Okay, we had some technical difficulties.
Yes.
I can't even talk. Jeez. What just happened? What just happened?
It's going to be a good one, I feel.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. So this is Emerald Staffing. We are happily placed.
We are.
I'm John Burton.
And I'm Mary Marshall.
And we're back. So it's been a great summer.
It has.
I swam with sea turtles last week.
Oh, amazing.
It was great. I'm now officially off straws.
Yeah, see? Sometimes that's all it takes, a swim with the turtles.
Yeah, well, I had to swim with the turtles, and I had this little yellow fish that just would swim next to me like my little buddy.
Yeah.
And
Your Nemo?
it was my Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Nee.
Did he have a straw?
No straw.
No.
Luckily, because he was
See?
little. Yeah. So to kind of get to it, we were reading up on our video podcast, and we're supposed to get right to the point, which I don't know. It's kind of fun just not to get to the point, but
It's really hard around here.
it is.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it anyway.
We're going to try.
So we're gonna kind of revive our first episode, episode 1, interviewing 101.
Yeah.
I think we're more comfortable in front of the camera now, and certainly we're better looking, actually.
I think so.
Yeah, a little
Age.
sun, a little summer.
A little sun, a little more age, a little more gray in the hair.
Yeah, see, so we're
distinguished.
gonna start over again, and we're gonna call this episode 1.2.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
creative.
Very creative. And before we get to that, though, I received an email. Remember Jimbo from our last episode?
Sure do.
He asked a question of, what do I do if I get a rejection letter? I mean, boo-hoo, do I sour grapes? Or do we, how do we kind of react to that?
Yep.
And our suggestion to Jimbo's question out of Medford was, look, just send a thank you letter explaining that you're grateful for the opportunity,
Right.
and should something else come available, to please call. Guess what happened?
Something came available.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Jimbo's working. So
amazing.
so there you go. That's just
Yep.
proof in the pudding, I guess. Right? Is that a
Right.
saying? Yeah.
I don't know why. I wonder what proof was found in pudding so long ago.
Chocolate?
I don't know.
It tastes like chocolate? It must be chocolate?
See, what I'm envisioning is you take a nice scoopful of pudding, and below is proof of something right there in front of you.
In the bowl?
Yeah, in the bowl.
Wow.
See?
Huh.
I don't know.
Proof that it's not vanilla pudding?
If any of you know what that came from, please let us know.
Let us know. We need to know that. But anyway, Jimbo, nice job. We're glad it worked out.
Yes.
Thank you for your viewership, and hopefully others that are watching this can glean from that lesson.
Yeah.
And
No,
so,
that's great.
So that's great. So we want to go back and kind of revisit the basics. Okay, and this doesn't matter if you are a college graduate that just walked with your diploma, or you've been in the workforce for 110 years.
Right.
It just doesn't matter.
It applies to everyone.
Everybody gets in on this.
Yeah.
And what would you say the first thing should be?
For interviewing, getting a good outfit, an interview outfit, would be number one.
Right.
Being prepared.
Being prepared for the interview, and if you have this is really applies to those that want to wear a suit. Remember to take the tag off your sleeve, your wrist.
That's really important. We always say make sure that you take the tags off. That was actually in our first.
D-tag.
And probably in another episode, you'll see that John was kind of teasing me because I came into the office with a new sweater and it had a tag on it.
You totally stole my thunder. I was going to go right for it. And you just
I took it. I took it from you.
All right. Well, we know that you'll wear another tag at
Moral
some point.
of the story: take your tags off your clothes.
D-tag, because if you don't, then it just screams new suit.
Right.
Yeah. So do that.
Yeah.
So we have the outfit. Okay.
Ready with the outfit.
Then what do you think the next step is?
Then you read up on the company.
Exactly. Prepare and read and go to their website. If you're working with a staffing agency or a recruiter,
they have the ins. Recruiters have the ins on the company.
They know where everything and why everything happens in a company.
Right.
Why the position's open. What the career ladder looks like once you're in, the jet stream. So that's really important. Yep. In addition to, go ahead.
I was going to say usually the first question that is going to be asked in an interview is, so why are you interested in this opportunity? Or first tell me what you know about our company.
Actually, that's right.
Always going to be the first question.
So the wrong answer to that question is, my recruiter sent me.
Right.
Okay, you're immediately disqualified.
Or I just need a job.
Again, DQ. Just you're sidelined at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, part two of the fail is, I don't know. Tell me about your company.
Oh yeah, that's
That's not good.
Mm-mm.
That's not good.
Preparation is key.
It is. So the answer would be, so if you're, go ahead and ask me the question.
Okay, so John, tell me why you're interested in working for our company. What do you know about us?
Well, let me tell you, from the research I've done, I understand that you are number one in fill in the blank industry. And I really want to be attached to a company that's growing and that continues to give back. The thing I also learned about your company is that you give back to sea turtles.
We do.
And that is so cool.
How did you know that?
Well, I'm really interested in sea turtles, and I swam with sea turtles, and I am telling you right now, I am so happy that you don't manufacture plastic straws.
We don't.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you noticed that.
Exactly.
Taking the time to learn more about our company and how eco-friendly we are.
Exactly. And that's it really speaks to my value system, and that's why I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at the interaction that just changed in an interview.
Right.
Right?
It becomes from a stilted business conversation to familiar.
Right.
And that's really where you want to get to.
Exactly.
Is like it's like you're talking to an old friend, right? And then that's how it goes.
Right. And how refreshing, someone who's interviewing 10 people, they'll probably have 8 people saying, I don't know, tell me about you, or
easily,
I really want the job, I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
Then you have John come in, who's done his research. Like, how refreshing. All right, this is going to go. It sets such a good tone for the interview.
Well, and we're going to circle back to this first question because in the interview, it's actually a circle. You know, there's a start, kind of a middle over here, middle over here, and then an end. Anyway, it goes like this.
Yeah.
So what you guys can't see is we're looking at the monitor, which is really a laptop, but we're going to call it a monitor because we're fancy at Emerald Staffing. Right. And but it all comes full circle. So we've done some research. In addition to the research, I think I'll take this one.
Okay.
Know where you're going. Right.
So important.
So important.
Yep.
Drive to the company the day before. Don't wait for the 8:30 commute for a 9 o'clock interview in Portland or New York or Chicago.
In a busy city.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in, like when I swim with the sea turtles, we're in Hana. Okay, Hana has a population of 1,500 people. There's a restaurant called Restaurant.
There you go.
And a hotel and a gas station and some food carts. You could probably figure that out.
Yeah.
But if you're in a major metropolitan area where parking and traffic there was a truck just last week that closed Interstate 5 for 2 days.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. And so anyway, know where you're going, drive there the night before, figure out where you're going to park, and give yourself at least a half hour extra for that commute time.
And think about, too, when you're going to an interview, everyone's already nervous, right? 99% of the time you're going to be nervous for your interview. Why add the stress of trying to find parking and rushing to the interview?
No, that's a good point.
Give yourself so much time so you feel, okay, good. I found a parking spot. I could sit here and look over my resume, and I can go in and I have 5 minutes to spare.
Exactly.
Well, it just sets the tone.
Well, as we're getting to the parking spot, because we left early.
Right.
Now we're a half hour early. There was no traffic. What time do you walk in? I'll give you a quiz. Okay.
Quiz.
A, 5 minutes before the interview. B, 15 minutes before the interview. C, 20 minutes before the interview.
A. The answer is A. 5 minutes.
Mary's correct. It is indeed A. God, you're good.
I tried.
Dang. So, and the reason for that is because, would you like to go? I
would. So, just as people are late to an interview, it disrupts the interviewer's day.
Right.
If you're showing, two parts. If you show up too early, there might be another interview before you.
I always forget about that. Yeah, that's right.
Could be a little weird.
That would be, especially like oh, hi, let me get the door for you.
Right.
I'm next.
Good luck with your interview that I'm competing against.
That's stressful.
Number 2, if you're the interviewer and somebody shows up 30 minutes beforehand, you're going to feel rushed. Like, I know from experience, if
Right.
somebody comes in for an interview that I have scheduled at 2:00 and they're here at 1:15, it's like, oh God, well, I have things they need to get done, but then I'm feeling rushed that I need to meet them early.
They're waiting out there in the waiting room.
Right.
Yeah.
Just sitting and waiting. So
then you've accidentally, by being too early,
which is okay.
which is okay.
Just don't go in until 5 minutes before.
5 minutes before.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you really want to keep the flow
Right.
moving.
Right.
So now we're there.
Mhm.
We've driven to the place. First of all, we've suited up.
Mhm.
We've driven. We know-
D-tagged.
D-tag. We've D-tagged. Thank goodness we've D-tagged.
Mhm.
And we've figured out where we're going.
Yep.
We've arrived now 30 minutes early, but that's okay. We're reviewing the resume. We're listening to whatever we want to in the radio. Just kind of decompressing.
Motivational
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, like happily placed.
Eye of the Tiger. Oh, or Happily.
Happy.
I say Eye of the Tiger.
I kinda
It's a
like
good
that, too.
song.
That's a great song.
It'll pump you up.
Oh
I
man,
don't care who you are.
is that Rocky 2
Mm-hmm. Or 5.
or 5?
I feel like it was with the Russian.
They're all about boxing.
They are. Very well. Very well done.
I noticed.
Wow.
I can pick out.
This is a small thing.
I can pick out patterns. So anywho, so we know where we're going. We're in the interview,
Mhm.
and
We're in the waiting room.
we're in the waiting room. We're 5 minutes early. Now remember, the person who greets you in the waiting room is your first interview. 100%.
Yeah.
There is no two ways about it, because I guarantee as soon as your interview is over, the person that interviewed you will go to the front and say, hey, by the way, how is this person in the waiting room?
Mhm.
Because that's the person they're hiring,
Yep.
not the person in the interview. Because the authentic self is in the waiting room,
Right.
I would say.
Right. Yep.
So you're interviewed as soon as that door opens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Be polite. Be courteous
Mhm.
to the person at the front.
exactly.
Um,
Even in the hallway, if you're walking down the hall,
right.
because you don't know what the person looks like that's going to interview you. Maybe they were going to get a coffee.
That's happened. That's
That happened.
happened to me before.
Yep.
People who come in, I'll see them in the hallway, and maybe they'll slam the door. I'm exaggerating. People are really nice in general,
Yeah.
but if you slam the door in my face, like, I'm
Oh.
going to be interviewing you in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Andrew-
a good impression,
And you're 20 minutes early.
right?
Oh God, it's just bad. So
Right.
so we're back in the interview. The first thing, I think you should thank the interviewer for taking their time to explore the opportunity and their company with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna, polite points count in an interview, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Set. I keep saying set a good tone, but
That's kind of the theme.
it is.
We're gonna call this happily placed tone setting.
Tone setting
2-0.
101.
I'll go 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're in the interview. We're okay. Bring us back. This is what happens in this. You probably have seen this from other episodes.
Mhm.
I kind of go, what? I'm over here.
Gotta reel it in.
I'm over there. And then here's Mary going, okay, come on, buddy. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back.
When you're in the waiting room,
Yes.
you should have your resume,
Oh, for
a
sure.
couple copies of your resume.
Never assume that the person does not have your resume.
No.
It's bad.
I don't care. Everybody has a printer. I get it, but
Yeah.
bring your resume with you.
Yep.
It's a part of you in the interview process.
Oh, and don't bring the thumb drive and ask the
Oh,
person at
please
the
don't
front
do
to
that
print
either.
off the resume.
Mm-mm.
That just isn't going to happen under any circumstance.
No,
Print your own resume.
print your resume.
Yeah.
Go to the library, go to FedEx. There's plenty of places. I don't have a printer at home, but there's ways to do it.
I don't either.
No, who does?
I don't know.
Not
No,
many
we
people.
don't.
No. So resume, and then in a folder,
And a boulder folder.
a boulder folder.
There I go again.
With like a notepad or a piece of paper with questions written out that you want to ask the person after the interview. We can get to that after. But
Yeah, from the research the night before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just some notes. And you can take notes throughout the interview.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Perfect. So then you're in the interview,
Mhm.
and you when asked a question, you want to give an answer with an example. Stay away from the yes nos.
Mhm.
Question might be, well, Mary, have you ever used Microsoft Office?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes, she has. That scared me. So the answer is clearly yes. So the answer that I would be looking for is, well, as a matter of fact, I have, and what I really find that my superpower is mail merge. I mean, in my last position, had to put together packets for, this giant event, and it was 5,000 copies, and there were 10,000 people.
Wow.
And so we had to, that math doesn't work, does it?
No, that's okay.
But anyway, I had to merge all the people and the copies together in the special merge copy Microsoft machine.
So what a difference it makes between my answer of yes to that.
And the machine.
I understand what you did with that specific.
Exactly. Because you're trying to paint a picture.
Right.
Kind of a visual of kind of what that looked like. A typical day. Because that employer doesn't know your company that you're coming from.
Yeah, don't assume that anyone knows anything.
Right. It was, I worked at ABC Company. Let me tell you what ABC Company does, and let me tell you what I did specifically for ABC Company. Right. So that's, you want to get into that dialogue, that back and forth. Right. And then we get to all this is great. We get to the end of the interview. What next? You're saying your goodbyes. Where'd that part?
Are we asking questions first?
Yes. Back up. See, we're going to ask some questions. Okay, so we're at the end of the interview to the question and answer period. So, okay, go ahead.
So we'll pretend I'm the interviewer.
Okay.
I always am for the most part. But so now that I've learned everything I need to know, and do you have any questions for me about the company, about the position?
Actually, I do. I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, good.
So I understand that this position is an administrative role, and that you're looking for somebody that can work flexible hours.
Correct.
What does that mean exactly? Before you even tell me, I'll work 24/7. I mean, I'm fine.
Great.
But I'm just trying to get a gauge of, will it be overnights? Do I need to make arrangements? Because I can do all these with just a few days notice.
Great. So it actually is 24 hours.
Okay. 7 days a week. A day.
Every day. Anyway,
I can do that.
You get the point.
I can do that. Or
you did say you were flexible.
I'm very flexible.
Right.
Yeah, not like pretzel flexible. I mean, my God,
you can just work wherever from wherever.
I mean, this is me. This desk. This is me. That's my flexibility. So anyway,
good question.
You want to ask questions back.
Right.
I understand. I understand that you need somebody good at grant writing. Typically, who are we submitting grants to? Because different agencies have different format requirements.
Right.
So you want to get into some of the things that you learned in the interview, and maybe even from the job posting. From the job posting, I noticed that this is a 9-month assignment. With the summers off. Is there a guarantee I'm coming back in September? What does that look like?
Right.
And so you can really kind of, you can even say, based on my experience, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that I'm a good fit for the role?
I love that.
I kind of like that one too.
I mean, it's putting it all out there, but
exactly.
Yeah.
And then kind of once you get through some of those questions, then you can kind of close the deal. When I say close the deal, I'm not talking about, look, you need to buy this widget right now or I'm leaving. It's not like a hard close.
Yeah.
But it's more like, gosh, Mary, based on everything you've told me today and the research that I've done and our interaction, I felt so comfortable at your front office. And then by the way, was it Jim at the front? Because, man, what a great ambassador. I mean, it was amazing.
Yep. Jim's been here 20 years.
It's incredible. God, so great.
Right.
So, I mean, based on how warmly I've been received, I know you have a process, but if you were to offer the job to me today, I would accept. I mean, I feel so good about what we're doing here with the Turtles that I would hands down. Now, I'm going to back up a little bit because sometimes salary comes in, usually not on the first interview, but it can. The proper way to address salary questions, if I said, well, geez, Mary, what are you looking to make?
That's a hard one for a lot of people.
It's a tough one.
It seems to be a struggle for a lot of people I talk to.
The best answer, companies are actually very fair, is, the answer that you want to give is, well, based on our conversation today, I can tell you're a fair company, and I'm sure you will make the best possible offer you can for the position you're hiring for.
Right.
And the reason you want to do that, and be done, and don't say another word.
No.
Right. Because if you throw out a number, say you want to earn $1, and they're only offering 50 cents, well, they don't want to offer you the job because they feel emotionally you'd be insulted by the 50-cent offer. Or say you want $1 and the position paid $2. Well, then they just were able to pay you $1 and you lost out on $1.
Right.
So obviously these are not real wages in America. Anywhere really in the world, I don't think. Well, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not qualified for that.
That's a whole other episode.
It's above my pay grade. But you get the idea. I mean, so you want to leave it in the hands of the person that's making those decisions, because there's more that plays into an offer than just salary. There's culture. There's benefits. There's mission statement. Staff. I mean, do you have a view? I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Everybody has a different button.
Anything and everything, right?
And so you want to just keep it a little ambiguous, and then approach it from there. So then,
what would your response be if they kept digging? Because I've heard that from people before that, you might use that line and they say, well, I understand that, but realistically,
what is it?
What is it? What do you want to make?
Well, then I write it on a piece of paper and I slide it across the desk. No, I would
put it in an envelope.
I would just say, Mary, in all seriousness, I mean, I get what you're after, but I really love this company.
Right.
And yes, we all need to pay rent and put gas in our car and all that stuff, right? We need to eat. But aside from that, I mean, I really view what you're doing here is so important that really money's kind of third on the list. It's everything else.
That's good.
And then I try to take money off the table.
Right.
So
how about them sea turtles?
Yeah, how about them sea turtles?
They are so cool.
If you really push, then I say, look, man, Publishers Clearinghouse just came to my house door and they offered me $1 million in a balloon. Yeah. And I accepted.
I took it.
Yeah, I took it. So I can work for free. So
that's good.
P.S. Publishers Clearinghouse is not a sponsor. They have not contacted Happily Placed, Emerald Staffing, or Mary or myself. So
are they still around?
Oh, yeah, I enter the contest all the time. Are you kidding?
Well, now that I know, I'll enter it too.
I've got HGTV magazine coming to the house for the next 12 years.
You got competitors now. I'm coming for you.
Oh, man. I mean, it's just, nobody else. Go for the sweepstake. I want to win.
Maybe we should cut that part out.
This?
Yeah.
No,
you're gonna have more competition now.
We're gonna leave it in. We're gonna leave it in. That's great. And then, so we've gone through the interview. We've sort of dealt with the salary issue. We've gone through some Q&A. We've stewed it up. We know where we're going. Then what?
You stated your interest. You told them so.
Yeah.
Then after the interview, a thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Handwritten or email?
Handwritten.
Duh. Of course, handwritten. Well, I knew the answer to that one. So, handwritten thank you. People don't do it. God, share your story about the handwritten thank you.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one. So, obviously, in a world of technology and cell phones and yada yada, everybody can text, email. That's great. Everyone does that. One of our clients interviewed 3 of our candidates. 2 people sent emails. One literally handed her a handwritten thank you note that she had written out before the interview to her, and she was floored. She said, Mary, there's no question of who I'm going to offer the position to. Just incredible.
Blew her away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
old fashioned's working.
Just the old fashioned's working, and the fact that they took the time to actually write something out really said a lot to her.
It spoke to her. Well, I mean, we're in a digital world. I think we can all kind of agree on that. But kind of that step back to go forward is really working, And so the more authentic you can be, I think is really the key.
That's my favorite word, and I've used that a lot to prep candidates lately. Just be authentic.
Yeah. Genuine wins the race.
Genuine wins.
Yep. So I don't.
And don't.
Yeah.
Rehearse.
Don't rehearse. Yeah, don't. I mean,
people feel it. People know.
I know. Well, our audience can clearly say we're not rehearsed at all.
No. There's actually a screen behind us. We're reading.
Actually, I can't read.
Me neither. I think I need glasses.
Okay, I can read.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So but that's it. So that's just kind of a recap of how to get through the interview process.
Yeah.
And again, like in that, to bring this full circle again with Jimbo in Medford, actually his name's Jim. I call him Jimbo to protect his first name. But again, he received a rejection letter, which is okay, right? But he followed up with a thank you for the letter, thank you for the opportunity. Should anything else come available in your company, I'm very interested.
Yeah.
And it did.
And how cool.
How cool.
How cool to just bow out gracefully, but still, thank them for their time, and look who was called.
Comes back.
When another position came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
So that's that. So until next time, we're going to be more frequent, by the way.
Yes.
Now that summer vacations are kind of over and we're back in kind of a regular work mode.
Into the groove.
We'll be rolling an every week episode, and we usually record on Tuesdays, and then our tech team gets through scrubbing it and taking out all the weirdness and
the bloopers.
The bloopers. Sometimes they stay. Since we have final editorial, there's our show. After all.
Right.
And then usually we'll try to get that up by the following Tuesday, I guess. Is that about right?
Yep.
About a week turnaround?
About a week.
Yeah. And you can also view our episodes at emeraldstaffing.com.
And please email us if you have any questions at happilyplaced.
Yes, at emeraldstaffing.com.
At emeraldstaffing.com.
There you go.
John.
And we'll get those responses aired on the air.
We
read
love
on the air.
questions.
Questions are good.
Send them away.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. And thanks, Mary.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Good to see you all again.
See you soon.